Hey guys, it's Cole Watkins with the Bridge Group. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things that can bring value to your property before you sell. Welcome to the video. Today our guest is Jacob with DCP Construction. Jacob, thank you so much for coming on. Would you just go ahead and tell us a little bit about you and your company?
Hey, yes, thanks for having me. My name is Jacob Phillips with DCP Construction. DCP stands for Direct Contracting Partners, for those of you who are curious about that. My company is a local company here in Katy. We do a lot of residential remodeling, primarily focusing on kitchen, master bathrooms, and outdoor living spaces. We also do some roofing work as well, and that's the bulk of our business.
And that's what we're going to be talking about today, because a lot of those projects can increase the dollars per square foot for your property when you go to resale. And especially, so today we're actually in one of our own listings that Grant Watkins, one of the agents on our team, has just put up. So shout out to Grant. So today we're in the kitchen. They've done some nice touches to the kitchen, mainly countertops, repainting the cabinets, repainting the walls, and the backsplash. Jacob, talk to us a little bit about what that entails as far as a product that is in the 1,800 to 2,000 square foot.
Yeah, so in a property of this size, 2 of the biggest feature points that are going to attract potential buyers for you are going to be the kitchen and the master bathroom. In a kitchen, most people are budget conscious and things like that, and 3 fairly easy things to do to enhance the look of your kitchen. One is to repaint the cabinets, to do a very nice spray finish. Another way to enhance your kitchen is to add different countertops, granite, quartz, quartzite, something along those lines. And then to do a backsplash modification to replace, maybe add a stone feature like we have here, or do some sort of travertine or tile is very popular. And things like this can typically be done. Everybody asks price, how much does this cost, right? You could be looking anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000 depending on how large your kitchen is, how expensive your countertops are that you select. And so that's a pretty easy budget to work off of, or number to work off of. And then time. Sometimes a project like that could take as little as 1 week up to about 3 weeks to complete.
Yeah, and it's possible that, if it's just something that's cosmetics, it probably takes a little bit shorter time. But if you're knocking out a wall to make it that open concept, if you even can do it with that layout, then it probably takes a little bit longer, correct?
Certainly. If we start moving structure around and have to modify the actual space of the room, we could be talking about more time and a higher budget needed to accomplish it.
Okay, so keep an eye on that budget, keep an eye on those things, especially if you're a buyer and you're looking for a property and you're saying, hey, I want to do these projects to the house that we find. Keep a close eye on the budget whenever you're looking at that, and we're going to be including Jacob's contact information. He's on our recommended vendors list as well, and we'll talk about a couple things he's just done for some of our clients at the end of this video. Now let's move on to the next one, master bathroom. You mentioned earlier kitchens and master bathrooms. Those are the 2 things that really do increase dollar per square footage, or dollar per square foot in a property. Talk to that a little bit.
Yeah, so most of the things we're doing these days as far as master bathroom remodels go, a lot of the standard spec homes have vinyl panel showers, and we're tearing those out, doing frameless glass and a nice custom tiled shower with custom shower bases with a really pretty fixture. Sometimes we do multiple fixtures where they have the body sprayers and all those cool things. A lot of people these days too are getting rid of the tub in the master bathroom and going to a very large walk-in shower. Most adults these days and business people are taking showers versus taking baths. And then vanities, building a custom vanity or ordering a prefabricated vanity from one of our online vendors is another way to enhance the look and the appeal of that bathroom space.
Excellent, yeah. And now I thought that too until I was corrected by a lot of my clients that the shower was actually becoming bigger. But a lot of my clients say, hey, look, after a long day's work, I want to come home, sit in that tub, and have a bottle of wine. Fine, that works too. I've noticed that the clawfoot tub is coming back. I've noticed that the standalone tub is coming back. So taking that tub that is already set into the house, whether it's by tile or anything else, ripping that out and then putting putting a standalone tub is something that is becoming a lot more popular. All right, let's go on to a couple things really quickly. I know that one thing that for me that I've seen in buying and selling a large volume of homes, the roof can be a deal breaker for a lot of buyers that are wanting to make a move on a property, but the roof is going to cost X amount to replace, and the inspector recommends it being replaced. In your experience with roofing, how does that work? If I have maybe a 10-year-old roof, has some hail damage on it, how do I maximize or leverage that to where I can actually have some help from my insurance?
Yeah, so the first place you start with a damaged roof is having your insurance company come out. They will send an adjuster on site to actually assess the damage and see if it qualifies for any sort of reparations on their behalf to help compensate you towards a new roof. So the adjuster will come out, take a look at the roof, assess the damage, and if it does, the homeowner then has to pay a deductible, most times 2% of the value of the insurance policy on the home, and then from there the process will begin. With most roofs, you're looking at 2 to 4 day turnaround to tear off and re-roof the existing property, the existing roof, and it's a pretty quick process once we get the green light to do it. And typically replacing a 30-year shingle on the roof, architectural style, in most residential neighborhoods, and that seems to be the current trend.
Yeah, and it definitely is worth it to look into that if your roof is anywhere in that 10 to 12-year range, because after a certain point the insurance company won't cover it. It doesn't matter even if it's on your home insurance, so it doesn't matter at that point. But it's a huge thing for buyers when they're looking at properties because they don't want to take on that cost. But if you already have a new roof like this house does, it's a huge deal to buyers because they're not going to have to make that or cover that cost. Next thing, let's go ahead and go on to the fifth one, and I want you to talk about unfinished or undeveloped spaces within houses. I've seen a couple of these that are awesome opportunities to add dollars per square foot because you're adding additional livable space and square footage. So some of my clients that you recently worked with have made a great move in having you add, 200 square foot to their property?
About 240 square feet.
Oh wow, yeah.
So with this client that Cole's mentioning here, they had an attic space adjacent to a game room in their house, and it was a perfect space to tear down a wall, open it up, and add some actual livable square footage to their property. It's funny because the comps in that neighborhood were going for about $110 a square foot for the actual assessed living area, and we added about 240 square feet to that. I think that's about $26,000 increased value in the house. And we also took a half bathroom in that space as well, and we added a shower to then convert that from a half to a full bath. So that shower may have increased the value of the property by about $2,500 to $3,000. So we're almost looking at a $30,000 increase in the value of the home. And I can tell you that we did that project for substantially less than that. So it was definitely a huge gain for the client when it comes to resale for those folks down the road.
Yeah, and so they not only got what they were wanting to use that space for functionally, but they also added an additional, several $1,000s to their property already. And not just that, but going from a 4.3 to a 4.4, that means 4 bedroom, 4 bathroom, is adding a lot more, hey, I want that, right? Setting yourself apart from the market whenever it comes time for them to sell. So, okay, so the next one we want to talk about is flooring. So flooring is actually, it's the majority, especially if it's a 1-story property, the square footage per square foot, of your home. So, there's some things that you really want to, if you're a seller, keep your mind on. If you have carpet, and that carpet has been, worked by whether it's little ones, yourself, pets, you got to be honest with yourself on that carpet and say, okay, how is this, if I was walking into this house, would I want this carpet, would this be desirable? Most oftentimes, no, it's not. There's a couple things that are now available, such as the wood tile, the ceramic tile that looks like wood is awesome because it can take a beating and still look awesome, and it's great for maintenance. But just talk to us a little bit about maybe flooring, different styles, different products that you've recently worked with.
Yeah, so you mentioned one. Wood look tile is wildly popular right now, and it comes in all different sizes, widths, and lengths. It's such a durable product, and we push that a lot. Installation isn't terribly difficult, and longevity is there. Outside of wood look tile, there's so many different tiles you could choose from that would give you a very durable surface to live on, and pets can handle, kids can handle, and all that. Once we get past tile, we start dealing with hardwoods and laminates. There's bamboo, there's vinyl, there's composite, and then we have solid hardwoods, which we don't see a lot of in Houston because the humidity and the moisture and all isn't very conducive to having those floors.
Talk to us about the difference while you're talking about wood, engineered wood floor and wood floor. What's the difference?
Engineered wood floors can typically handle moisture, temperature swings much better than true hardwood floors.
And they're cheaper.
They're so much cheaper.
Might be a better option than the entire wood floor, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Vinyl's very durable. Vinyl's got some popularity right now because it's a waterproof product. So it you can spill water on it and things like that, and it can sit for a while, and you don't have to worry about absorption of the product and then swelling and buckling and things like that. So that's really your choices when it comes to flooring with wood floor products. And you have carpet, and there's so many different brands of carpet, durability, ply thickness, all those things. It's just a consumer choice at that point, what they like.
And it is going to be on the cheaper option. If you're looking to sell your property and you have very few rooms, maybe if it's just now, we just had one recently that they just changed out the carpet in the bedrooms because that was the only carpet in the house they had. They changed it to brand new carpet, which is a cheaper option, and it was a lot faster turnaround. And the thing is that made a huge difference on all the buyers that came in. The carpet was nice, but it was worn. So they changed that carpet out to new carpet and made a huge impression. That house was only on the market for 2 days, and it sold for full asking price. So check that carpet, check that flooring, get away from the carpet. No, but be honest with yourself and take a look at the carpet and say, hey, has this have some years on it, have some wear on it? If so, it might be a good option to change that out to something else. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Jacob's information is going to be in a link below, and all of his contact information. So if you have any home improvement projects, please feel free to reach out to him. And until next week, we'll see you then.